Hey, what's up you guys? After Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more of The 100. This is season 7, episode 11. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the show. We have like this week, and then we have next week, and then the week after that is the series finale. I can't believe I've gone through this entire show almost. How are you guys feeling about that? The fact that it's coming to an end. That we're going to, be finishing the show together. Yeah, let's go over the comments. Reminder that the commanders only show you the memories that you want to know. That's why all the commanders didn't know the truth about Becca. Okay, but what they would know about her is not enough to make her a legend. I don't know. Jathan Rothenberg said that the prequel would have been titled The 100 Second Dawn. Lame. I like that name, and for sure we could have just said Second Dawn. I'm gonna be pissy about them cancelling it forever. I don't care if that's petty. Well, that's okay. I mean, if you really, really wanted to see it, that's fine. A great thing you can do to help you get through the season is just enjoy the characters we know and love, like Raven, Murphy, and Maury, Indra, Octavia, etc. The character development is actually really good in 6 and 7. That's one thing we have to give props to. I do think that some of the characters have gone through some pretty good character development over the last 2 seasons. And then, for some reason, Echo is... I don't know. I really don't like what they've done with Echo this season. Anyways. That's one thing you gotta go give props to. That's actually probably why I defend the season so much. The stories aren't great, but the characters are. I think I just realized that. That's interesting. But I do think the other planets could work well in the 100 without it feeling forced. It's just the way they're executing it in that makes it feel weird. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, it seems like you finally you're getting it. Yeah. If I'm honest, I'm kind of dreading watching these reactions because I'm so worried about what you'll think of the rest of the season and how it ends, but I'm sticking with you through this. Well, I mean, you're gonna get my real and honest reaction. I mean, that's all I can give you. I'll either like it or I won't. I don't know. I can't give you anything other than honesty here. I feel like with all this talk, people are trying to justify whether The 100 is a sci-fi show. Especially in the earlier seasons, no one is actually talking about what sci-fi is. Sci-fi usually revolves around space exploration, aliens, and otherworldly customs. All very Earth and biological science based. There's also science fiction, which is characterized by its use in advanced technology. This tends to be a lot of physics and engineering-based sciences, such as time travel shows. The 100 is a mix of both, but leans towards the science fiction because of how they immediately leave space and come back to Earth. The rest of the plot heavily revolves around the use of advanced technology, plus the end-of-the-world genre is a subcategory of science fiction to begin with. I think something that ticks off the audience is that the producers didn't keep in mind that science fiction and sci-fi are 2 different things. They leaned heavily into science fiction with the Alley and the City of Light storylines, and then immediately left into sci-fi when them looking for a new planet to live and navigating the hazards of the natural environment has to offer. Thinking about it further, shoving a science fiction plot into a season that started out very sci-fi is very jarring to me. Then again, I never watched Star Trek or Star Wars, so maybe shoving a ton of technology onto a planet exploration show is more acceptable than I personally believe. I think you're correct. I think that it is very jarring. It is 2 different things. That's what I mean. Like, I was That's why I was getting a little bit confused in, like, trying to decide whether or not it was a sci-fi show or not. Because you're right, I think because, like, sci-fi and science fiction can be abbreviated to sci-fi, and that's probably where people are getting it confused. I don't know. Chemical weapon capable of wiping out an entire bunker, locked behind a metal door. Sounds like a job for Clark. It makes sense that Echo converted so quickly. After her psychotic break, she would have been clinging to any sense of sanity, community, and sense of self. It's a lot easier to build someone up into someone else after tearing them down. You're also easier to manipulate when you become insecure with yourself and what you stand for. They offered her a purpose to fill the hole inside of her. She went from an emotional mess to a cool and collected mind because she had a clear path to walk on now. Speaking of Echo's psychotic break, I have to disagree with whoever said it's disrespectful to her culture to claim her self-mutilation was a sign of mental unwellness. The Grinders had all sorts of war paint. Granted, the Ice Nation was a lot more extreme in their culture, but Echo didn't prick her finger to mark her face with blood. She cut healthy skin on a large portion of her face, leaving it susceptible to irritation and infection, something that would in no way help you win a war. I bet that she would have been taken out of commission. Stress levels that extreme, which led to erratic behavior, isn't going to allow an operation to run smoothly. She would have been considered a liability to the plan and a safety risk to everyone around her. Well, there you go. Judgment. Remember when Becca went into the portal and came out and said she saw Judgment Day? Right. I would have loved to see the Dark Commander storyline when they were on Earth. That could have been a fun thing to explore if it was the main story. I loved Dioza so much. She's grown so much in season 5 and even became a fan favorite. I remember everybody mourning her death online when it happened. It was all so sudden and unexpected, which I know you love when shows don't choreograph death, but like you, I wish she didn't die. Yeah, I'm gonna say I really like the way that they killed her. They didn't choreograph her death at all. Like, they didn't, throughout the whole episode, they weren't talking about how good Dioza is and how much she's changed, and she didn't make amends with everyone and say that she loves her daughter. Like, she just died. And that was really unexpected, and I really liked that. But I don't like that they killed her because I like her. I can feel two things at once. Definitely one of the most shocking and saddest moments in the series for me. I love how she protected her daughter and basically killed herself just to save everyone. It shows how much her character has grown and that she loves her daughter no matter what. All she wants is for Hope to do better, and so I hope her death is a wake-up call and it wasn't for nothing. Yeah, but, like, come on. You killed Dioza and you left us with Hope. I'm sorry, okay? But I don't really care about Hope. I don't. I really don't. And in fact, I don't even care about, Monty's son. I don't know. Like, we lose Monty and Harper, and then we gain... Man, I can't even remember his name. Okay, and then we're supposed to care about him, and he just, like, kind of is there. He doesn't really do much, I think. And then there's Hope, and it's like, I don't really care about her, to be honest. I don't. It's too late in the show for me to care, and then you could, like... To be honest, she's the reason that Dioza's dead, and I like Dioza, so I'm gonna harbor some resentment there, so... Whatever. And suddenly Echo isn't brainwashed. Her mental state has been too messy for me to believe she's been playing the spy the whole time. Was this supposed to be a shock factor? I don't understand. I have no idea. Side note, get the flock out of here is such a creative way to swear. I love it. On the subject of Trig as a language spoken in the 100, it doesn't make sense regardless of if it's a language made up by a teenager or a language that evolved over time. The 100 came down from the Ark about 140-ish years after the bombs went off. A language like modern-day English would still be very much spoken down on Earth among the descendants of survivors. At the lowest, it takes about 500 years for a language to evolve into something else, and much longer for it to change into something different, sounding like Trig. And I find it very unbelievable everyone would just jump on the idea of speaking Trig because the teen who made it up thought it was cool. Especially not the adults who would still be around and most likely be in control of any leftover large portion groups, and would super nay a drastic change in spoken language after it would be suggested by a teenager talking about how she got a chip in her head. Crazy person, Trig sounds cool, but it's also super unrealistic development in such a small time span. Yeah. Echo is a grounder. She's reacting to things around her the way a grounder would. We would expect better from her after all this character growth. Yes. But if we're talking psychotic break, kind of an insult to me, but whatever. Heavily re-edited note here. I think I can speak from experience that having taken preventative medication for this for half of my life, you'd be surprised how easy and how tempting it feels to want to give in to the feeling of just acting and not thinking. It's probably the reason I say whatever is on my mind. I've learned to live with it, but that's besides the point. I think the show/actress is portraying the character slipping back into her old grounder ways perfectly. Grounders all come across a bit borderline psychotic anyways. And besides, it's not like the show is undoing everything she's become. Echo is obviously having a breakdown and has reverted to doing things the way a grounder does them to avoid dealing with her loss. It's the old classic defense mechanism. However, she is clearly seeing the errors of her ways, as she's seen getting emotional and hugging Octavia, indicating that she's not lost, and I think the struggle she's going through just adds to her character growth. It doesn't take away from it. It just shows us a true message behind every person, whether they're real or fictional, that even the strongest person we know can have weak moments. I think that's a nice message. Even if the prequel would have gotten greenlit, the character of Ethan would have gone to another actor. Character and legacies would still be boring. Well, I mean, I think the reason that they kept the actor, like they kept the character of Ethan going on Legacies, is because they had a hard-on for the actor, to be honest. So, I mean, if it was a different actor, maybe they would have written him off, just saying. Whether it was the actor betraying him or another one would not have mattered. In my opinion, the premise of the prequel of the 100 sounds kind of meh anyways. I'm not a fan of prequels, mostly because they can often fuck up already established canon. I do agree with that. I edited 708 a few days ago. You don't remember Maddie being part of this hostage situation, probably because she wasn't there in 708. This was a meeting Amora set up for the children of Gabriel to meet their parents. Last time I checked, Maddie isn't one of them. Unless they brought her in without anyone knowing, then whoops, plot hole. Mind your step, added later. She wasn't even needed in the entire scenario. Nothing to add to the plot. Indra didn't even act concerned about her. Why was Maddie there? Okay, this is weird. Damien just said they have limited resources. My dude, you have a freaking Stargate. You've got several planets out there with a fuck ton of resources on it, to which you know the addresses. Sorry, writers, but limited resources doesn't apply to a civilization with high tech and easy access to other planets. Definitely. Maybe they just need some narc water. Echo played dirty to win. I like it. She's alright. She's right. You don't win a war by playing by the rules. Yeah, no, Dioza and Octavia killing Hope in the simulation? Nah, that wouldn't happen. In fact, replace Hope and Echo in that scenario, and I'd have a hard time believing Octavia would kill Echo, given that Octavia and Echo had a heart-to-heart moment a couple episodes ago when Echo broke down. Odd writing this episode. I think it was supposed to entail that, like, they were trying to trick the system into thinking that they were brainwashed when they weren't. But it just, I don't know. I don't know. And continuing to write from my previous note, odd writing. Octavia and Diosa would never turn on Hope. I think it was pretty obvious that they were planning on something, and given the heart-to-heart Octavia had with Echo, I'm betting Echo came up with the plan. Added later, but of course she left out some minor details. I think neither Shade Hater nor Maddie should be commander. Shade Hater is a bad guy, lacks the experience of the many commanders that came after him, and would turn the Grounders back into complete savages. And Maddie is a kid who should just lead a normal life, given she doesn't have the chip either. I think Indra should lead her people. I agree. You keep complaining that Shade Hater never had the chip, but you forget that this isn't Russell. The argument is invalid. This is literally a person who was a former commander who did have the chip. So yes, it makes him as worthy to the title as Maddie, but like I said, I believe Indra should be the leader because the term of the commanders should be over. Well, we discussed this. I'm not saying that either of them should be the commander. I'm simply saying that if, like, Shade Hater is going around being like, I'm the commander, blah, 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 right? But, like, he has as much claim as Maddie does, and that's all I'm saying. Like, neither of you have the chip, so technically, neither of you are the commander. So we can do the whole time of commanders should be over, and Indra should be in charge, because she's been through a lot more than Shade Hater. Does he even know that Earth was destroyed? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Added later, I read the title for the proposed prequel would have been The 102nd Dawn. Can you imagine a show set on Bardo? Because that's where the Second Dawn went in the backdoor pilot. So assuming we'd follow them, we'd have a show set on another planet where they'd be stuck inside of a bunker. Since we know from this week's episodes that the outside was not habitable. So we'd have a story set either entirely within the bunker or them finding the addresses to the other worlds, then forgetting about them at some point, not to screw up the pre-established canon. They'd still know about the planets we know of course. Yeah, Second Dawn would have been a great show. Sarcasm. I think it's probably, like, they were probably going to have half the show be set on Bardo. Probably. And then half the show following Calliope and that. And they would probably intercept somehow. I have no idea. That's probably what they were going to go for. But to be honest, thinking about that, I don't really want to deal with more Bardo stuff than I already have to. Anyways. Let's get into the episode.
Previously on the 100.
That's Bellamy. Can it be in this
Her
episode?
brother is here.
Because I don't believe he's dead.
Let her go, right now.
Let the conductor go.
Also, this kind of gives it away that he's not dead, to be honest.
I'll tell you
probably.
everything you want to know.
For all mankind.
Bellamy, get down!
Bellamy's dead. Sorry.
The subject is ready for Neuralink. He shows symptoms of post-traumatic stress from the explosion in the stone room. For all mankind.
For all mankind.
Do we have to end every sentence with that? Or every conversation? Because that'll get annoying quick.
I can't let you die to save me. Jump through.
That was fast.
I'll be okay.
Neuralink is engaged.
No way. Not without you. For all mankind.
Bellamy, get down!
What do you see? What's happening?
Oh, would you look at that? He's alive.
He's alive.
How does this guy know how to fight so well? Maybe find another way.
Wait. Stop.
In the light of the shepherd for all mankind, he saved us.
No one is coming to save us. Your friends on Bardo probably think we're dead. which means-
Disciples died at your hand. In the light of the shepherd for all mankind, he saved us.
Okay, stop it.
He will save us. We will fight on his behalf.
That's enough. That's enough. Hey,
So,
I have a better idea. We survive. Both of us. I'm more than happy to leave you here to die of your wounds, but there is a way off this planet. And to do it, it's gonna take both of us working together. This is gonna hurt.
Learned a few things from class.
Next part is gonna hurt even more. But I'm gonna need your help. Do you wanna walk again? I need to get this bone aligned.
sweet shepherd.
He's not here. I'm all you got. On 3, your good foot push as hard as you can against the wall.
There's trees in the forest.
Shut up. Bite down hard. 3. Told you it was gonna hurt. You don't say thank you where you're from?
By all means, thank you. Caring about yourself enough to save me.
So is this it? Is this the Cave of Ascent?
How do you know about that?
I read it. Sure, help pass the hours. I gotta say, the message doesn't add up.
I've read these words more times than you can imagine. Enlighten me.
It's simple. The shepherd believes in transcendence and peace, right? But to get there, in order to reach the next step up, you have to fight a war.
Elucidation of that paradox is not ours to know.
Our people have been to war. More times than you can know, and let me tell you, it doesn't bring peace, just death and pain, and if you're lucky enough to survive another war.
I know who you are. Your beliefs. They're all about you. Your people, your sister. The lives you take to protect them. Your selfish view of the universe makes me sick.
So, don't care about people. That's your solution?
The shepherd teaches us we're tiny in comparison to the universe.
Doesn't mean we shouldn't care.
And when the time comes, he will guide me home.
Okay, I got some news for you, Conductor Doucette. It is through no higher power that you are alive right now. It is through me. It is because of me.
You. It's all about you. You saw the words. You didn't truly read this.
It's only been a week. Any pain? Just quit showing off.
What are they been eating?
Just slow down. Wear yourself out before the actual climb.
I have people I have to get back to.
I mean, it's already been a week.
Prayer is the shepherd's first hurdle. There's no walking around it.
Yeah, I knew that. I stand on your shoulders. I should be able to reach that handle, and from there...
I should go first. I'll hoist you up. My leg can bear my weight, not the both of us. It's weaker than my arms. My arms will get me over the ledge, and then I'll help you up.
I don't have to trust him. But he does have a point.
Yeah, that's great. Throw down the rope. The rope! Have some faith.
To be fair, he'd be kind of stupid not to, like, throw down the ropes because he doesn't know it could be another thing that he needs a second person for this whole time. You never know.
We should be close now.
I feel like he could have, like, built stairs or something.
Easier. Had someone
I'm
to
just
climb
saying.
here your shepherd brought along with him.
It's true the shepherd prepared for his pilgrimage to explore the universe he had to. But it was here in Etherea that he found what he was seeking. The remnants of a civilization that had truly transcended.
And we're back to this.
We're on a pilgrimage of our own.
You may be. I'm headed for the exit.
But the shepherd guides us both.
You sure your shepherd isn't laughing at us?
Choose to believe whatever you want. The shepherd was here. He wrote of the hardships, the killing cold of night, the snow that raged for months. Or words on a page. I mean, this.
I mean, if he was here for months, then he should look a lot older than he is. I'm just saying. I get it, cryosleep, but also if he's awake at months and months at a time, he's still awake for time.
On rations now. For sure, I'm not gonna waste them searching for a windbreak. The shepherd's patience should be our example. The snow will stop once we clear the clouds. Trees are getting thinner. It's only getting steeper. You keep going up, you're going to die. Well, at least I won't have to hear about the shepherd anymore.
Aw, it was spinning.
What is this place?
Shelter. The cave. Was it bigger than the first one?
You didn't go in?
No, when I found it, I came back for you.
They don't say thank you where you're from?
Just call it even. Leave it at that.
Try and start a fire.
How the hell did all this get here? Fire. It was quick. Good earth skills.
I haven't done anything yet.
What the hell? Amadasala? Is that you?
The cave of ascent.
Daniel?
This is one of those. He's no testament of those that ascended. And he knew his labors were not in vain. In the shadow of the shepherd for all mankind. He saved us from the fire that consumed the earth. In the light of the shepherd for all mankind. He will save us from the war. To end all wars. These beings are of the civilization that ascended. Just as the shepherd foretold. Imprints of their energy. Their mortal forms have risen.
Cordelia?
In the sacred cave. No. View of proof. Yet still you doubt.
This doesn't make sense. This is your shepherd.
I told you.
This guy is a cult leader. I saw a video of him preaching on Earth. A fraud. A con man.
He predicted the Earth's end and brought his people safely across the stars. He spoke of the beings in the cave, of their ascension. You saw it yourself.
I don't know what happened here. Those things didn't ascend. That book of yours says the civilization needs to have the tech know-how enough to work the stone. Those beings of light, they lived in a cave.
We're pure.
All we know is that transcendence is born of a civilization's core. Its soul. Are they pure enough? Are they worthy? If you don't trust the messenger, then trust the truth of the message, the beings in the cave. You felt it. I saw it in your eyes.
I believe in what I can prove.
Do you love your family? Your friends?
What a stupid question is that. You know I do.
Prove it.
At least they're worth fighting for. Not just words in some book. My people, that is what is real.
And yet, there's still something missing inside you. Death and despair hover around you like a shroud, a consequence of your selfish love.
Please tell me again how it's better not to love.
Love is not the problem. It's how you love that is. It's not filling the hole inside you. I love all people equally. I even love you, a stranger. That's why I came back for you. I'm being tested, not to preference the few over the many. I have a greater purpose for all mankind.
Remember when you tried to kill him?
Well, if those beings of light are just waiting for you at the end of your rainbow, go in and bunk with them. But I'm staying here. On my side.
This season borrows so heavily from Stargate. What the hell? Has anyone else made this connection?
The shepherd of all mankind, he saved us from the fire that consumed the earth.
Also, you said a bug.
Lost track of the days after the first 2 months. How long? How long have we been here?
Doesn't matter.
We're gonna die in this cave. Why do you seem so happy about it?
Your obsession with your sister and your friends. It's what drives the darkness that makes you suffer. My love for all mankind. My faith in the shepherd. It's made me lighter than I've ever been. Why is that?
You believe in the shepherd. What did the shepherd believe in?
The bond that unites us all. That we're all connected. I can help show you. If you like.
Sure.
Come on, say it with me. In the shadow of the shepherd.
Look,
all mankind
I guess I can respect the idea that, you know, they're trapped here and,
He will save us from the
you know,
world and all.
Bellamy is
Shadow of the shepherd for all mankind.
grabbing hold of any kind of
I don't think this is gonna work.
belief that he can.
Bellamy,
How the hell?
hello. Come. Follow me.
What kind of magical fucking shit is this?
I've already seen what's in there.
Have you? These things that you think can save you are just pieces of metal. Faith is the true weapon. You've come far, Bellamy. Your eyes are opening, but there's still so much more to see.
Mom.
Is that the same actress? I'm curious.
My son. Go to the light, Bellamy. The light is the way.
The first time he chose to pray and the storm broke. It means we're worthy, I think. Both of us.
The thing is, like, they've managed to, like, make this clothes, right? And there's, like, a tanning thingamajiggy before, right? To tan hide. Where are the animals that they've been killing? What have they been eating, really? Bugs? How did they... I just want to know how they got their resources.
Ellie! I can't! There's nothing! Cut me loose! No! Look at me! Set, look at me! I slipped the book in your provision bag! What?
The Shepherd's book! I wrote the stone codes inside. You can activate the stone yourself. Now cut me loose, or we'll both die!
A lot of trust in him.
We're doing this together in the light of the Shepherd. For all mankind. He saved us from the fire that consumed the earth. And now, inspired by strength, I search for resilience, for the will to find a way. Let his fortitude grow in me.
You could have died.
That's not the way I planned on getting off this planet.
In the light of the Shepherd.
Do you have to jump off?
I don't understand. What now? Now we do what we came to do. How can you be sure that the bridge is down there? This is the path of the Shepherd, and it is light. We will not lose.
You guys are still connected, aren't you? I guess not. Super awkward if he does like hits his head.
I am afraid.
And you go splat on the other end.
Talk about a leap of faith.
Welcome back, Bellamy.
My Shepherd.
Oh, great.
Please stand. And call me Bill.
Where are you going? To wake the others. It's time to go back to Sanctum.
Clark, we're under house arrest.
I'm aware of that. I'm also aware our leverage disappears the moment he puts me in front of that stone.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna offer to do it. As soon as the rest of you are safely back on Sanctum.
Clark, they'll kill you. You are not sacrificing yourself for us.
Make way for the Shepherd.
We need to talk. I'm ready to help you, but only after my friends are...
What is Echo's stance there in the background?
Bellamy?
How? We saw you die.
Yeah, sure.
It's hard to keep the Blakes down.
Hold. She has the key.
The key is the flame. I think it's still in my head to say nothing.
I hope that now you're ready to help us, Clark. Too much blood has been spilled. Each death is a child of Earth who won't transcend. I'll give you time to reunite while we make preparations.
My Shepherd. There's something you should know. Clark doesn't have the key. The flame was destroyed. I'm sorry.
Okay, sure. Let's just sell out your friends and family and girlfriends for your faith. Your brand new faith that you found. What the hell? Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example. I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, that was The 100 Season 7 Episode 11. I can totally understand how he could, develop, some kind of faith while being stranded on another planet. I don't really understand, why the guy, Bill, was, in his vision thing. That's kind of weird. That's too, magical for this show, to be honest. That's implying that he is some kind of god, which I'm pretty sure we know that he isn't. So I don't really understand what that was about. And now it's just, completely screwed over his loved ones. What the hell? I mean, it was nice seeing him, kind of have to survive with this person that he doesn't know and is his enemy, and seeing them kind of bond together was quite nice. I think I would have liked to have seen, both of them kind of sway each other, because it was more just, this guy has, this I don't even know what his name is. This guy has, this unwavering faith, and he just kind of converts Bellamy, rather than, I don't know, it would have been nice to see that guy kind of question his faith just a little bit. And then have it being reimbursed with whatever vision thingy that they had at the end. So yeah, it's a little, feels a little one-sided a little bit. I don't know, it kind of just feels like this episode was it was just a whole setup for Bellamy, I don't know, I guess becoming one of them. Yeah, I don't know. It was nice seeing Bob Morley again. He's been missing through, this season so far, and I don't know. I think that the show is better with him in it, and yeah, I've just missed him. But now I'm annoyed at him because he's done a stupid thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.